It has been a few months since I have uploaded to this channel. I needed to take a break for my own mental health, but now I'm back in such a major way. And I thought, what better way to dive right into all of my content than to answer some questions that you guys may have for me. I know it's been a while, and I thank you guys for your patience for sticking around, but I'm ready to hop back into the YouTube world and create more content for you guys. I'm feeling inspired, I'm getting ready, and it sounds like from the questions you guys sent in that you are also ready to hear what I have been up to in the last few months. But before we get started, hello, hi, if you are new to my channel, my name is Sarah. I am in my 30s. I currently live in Krakow, Poland, but I am an American. I have been here for the last 5 years, and on my channel we pretty much talk about all things Poland. So if you are interested in visiting, or you're looking at moving here, or you know someone who is interested in learning more about Poland, then this channel is the perfect place for you. But before we go ahead and dive into you guys' questions, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more exciting content that I have coming up in the next few months. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some questions that you guys have. They were pretty juicy. So I asked you guys to submit your questions on Instagram and YouTube. So if you don't follow me on either platform, please be sure you do so you can be a part of any of these upcoming videos. But I'm going to just kind of go through some questions, and hopefully you guys can learn a little bit more about me, what I have been up to, and any kind of future plans that we may have. So the first question you guys asked was, what have I been doing in the last few months since I have uploaded to YouTube? And the answer is actually quite a lot. My job got super busy, and it took up a lot more time than I was initially anticipating, and so I was working a lot of hours. I've also done some traveling. So in March, my husband and I went to Germany for the BVB football game, and that was very exciting. I had never been to one of those games before. It was a company sponsor from my husband's work, and so we got like the sky boxes, the VIP tickets, everything. It was so cool. We were just there for the weekend, and it was really amazing to go and see such a cool football game, and especially since I had never really been to a BVB game before. It was really awesome to be there. So that was a lot of fun. And then just last month, actually, my mom and I did a girls trip to Italy. She had never been before, and it was just so much fun. We were gone for 2 weeks, and we did Rome, Florence, Cinque Terre, Florence, Positano, the Amalfi Coast, wine tasting, pasta making classes, all of the things, and it was amazing. We had the very best time, and so because I took 2 weeks off for a vacation with my mom, I had to do a lot of work to make up for the time that I was away. So again, going back to work, I've been really busy with work, and on top of all of that, we bought a house in the last few months. I know, right? Yeah, we bought a house here in Krakow. So that's a whole process that I would love to go through in a future video about how the house process worked, why we bought an apartment, and all of that kind of stuff. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more content about our house buying journey, because it really has been amazing. Now it's May when I'm filming this, and I cannot believe summer is around the corner. We have a lot of things coming up in summer, but to be perfectly honest, I have no idea where the time went. It has been, I think, 3 months since I have uploaded any videos, and it feels like it was just yesterday since I put something out. So time really does go by faster the older you get, and with everything thrown in the mix, that kind of just explains where I've been the last few months. So to piggyback off the house question, someone else asked, how is your house going? This is actually from one of my friends. She already knows that we bought a house, but our house is going great. We are currently in the process of looking to furnish the apartment. So just kind of a teaser, when you purchase a brand new apartment here in Poland, and specifically in Krakow, if you're buying a new investment, and the new investment comes completely empty. So you have to fully furnish it, like design the apartment, floors, kitchen, finishes, everything. So we're currently in the process of looking at showrooms to kind of see what we like, looking at different contractors to see who we want to go with and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the process there. We have finished all of the payments for the house. So we did pay for our house in cash, so we didn't go through a mortgage or get a loan or anything. So that is fully done and paid for, and I am so grateful for that. So now the fun stuff begins of just figuring out what we want to do for contractors and things like that. But yeah, the house is going really good, and I am so excited to move in. Another question is, how long do I plan to stay in Poland? And this is a really great question. I honestly don't know the answer to this one, to be perfectly honest. I know we just bought a house, but just because we bought a house, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to stay here for 10, 15 years. It just means that we wanted a place to put our money that is outside of the US, and we wanted to start doing more real estate. And we felt that this was the perfect time to do it. And so I mean, I don't know. I mean, we very well could just rent out the place that we bought and then move somewhere different in a year or two. We may stay here for a long time after we have kids. I have no idea what the future holds, but for right now, we have no plans on leaving Poland. We love the central location of it. We love how easy it is to get to other countries. We love how I say affordable. Yes, it's relatively affordable for us, but it's also more affordable in other parts of the EU. So there's just a lot going for it that way. But with inflation, I mean, who really knows, right? Everything is getting so expensive these days. But generally speaking, we are very happy to be here, and we don't see ourselves leaving for at least another year or two. And then someone else asked, have I managed to converse in Polish? I am currently taking Polish classes because my goal is to take the B1 language exam at the end of the year. And it's hard. Polish is super difficult, but I have graduated into the B1 levels for my classes. So I have passed A1, A2, and then B1 is where I'm currently at right now. And I will say the jump between A2 and B1 is astronomical. So for those of you who don't know about how the languages are set up, basically you have A1, A2 are like beginner level, B1, B2 is like intermediate, and then C1, C2 are like more native speakers, and each level gets progressively harder. And at least from what I found with Polish, the jump from A2 to B1 was exponential. It's so much harder than A2 was. The words are a lot longer, the concepts are more difficult. So yeah, I'm planning on taking the test at the end of the year, like I said. So, you know, we'll kind of see what happens there. But I am looking to take the test because I want to get the 10-year long-term residency visa, and I can do that if I pass the language exam. And then I want to apply for a Polish passport, because ultimately the reason why we're living in Poland is because we are after that second passport. I think if you can have a second passport, absolutely no reason not to. You should get it if you can. And ultimately that is the goal for us. And it's just easier for us to get it here. The only hard part is just the language. But, you know, we are slowly but surely mastering the Polish language. It is really a journey. If you've ever tried to learn a Slavic language, you know how hard it is. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. But in terms of conversing in Polish, just because I say I'm in B1 classes, it doesn't mean that I feel comfortable enough to talk to people. I understand when people talk to me. You know, I can try to respond back, but I feel that when I respond back, it's not always correct, you know, like with the grammar and stuff. Like, I can tell you what I need to say. It may not be grammatically correct, but you understand what I mean. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. One of you asked, how do I evaluate Poland after living here for only a few years? And that's a really good question. Basically, I evaluate Poland just based on the quality of life I had in America versus living here. And I don't have to live in Poland for, you know, 25 years to understand it the same way that I do as America. My basis for loving Poland so much is because of the quality of life that I feel it provides for me compared to what I had in America. So in America, I felt that the quality of life was pretty low. For everything that you got here, I feel the quality of life is pretty high for what you get. I'm talking about money, right? In America, it's very expensive, and the quality of life in terms of your work-life balance, like the type of work that you have to do, the long commutes, healthcare, time off, etc., all contributed to a low quality of life with it being so expensive. Whereas here in Poland, the healthcare is significantly better than the US. I know everyone has different experiences with the healthcare in Poland, but in my personal endeavors with healthcare, I have found it to be really great. And much, much better than anything I ever received in America. The work-life balance here is a lot better. The commutes generally still don't seem to be as bad because you have public transport. Uh, people value their family time here more. You get more vacation, etc. So people just generally seem happier here, and therefore I feel the quality of life is better. So that's just, again, my opinion and my perspective from living here for a while, but I know everyone is different, but that is just how I've been able to see it. Someone else asked, what region of Poland do I like the most? And obviously I live in Krakow and I live here for a reason. I could live anywhere I wanted to in Poland, but I chose Krakow. I love this area. I love how close it is to a lot of other countries like Germany, Slovakia, Austria, Czech Republic. It's so convenient for a lot of things. And I also like how close it is to the mountains for hiking. The city here is stunning. So I love this area. Obviously, I live here. But other regions I love in Poland is the Torun area. Oh my gosh, Torun I think is a very underrated city in Poland. I feel that everyone should go. It is beautiful. There's really nothing quite like Torun in my opinion. And I also love up north in Gdańsk. I think it is, again, it's stunning. There's a reason why people go there. Like Gdańsk, Sopot, and Gdynia. It's beautiful. Like the beaches, like I know it's the Baltic Sea, but the beaches there are quite nice for what you can get in Poland. And like the Old Town area is really, really nice up there in Gdańsk. So definitely recommend that. I've been there quite a few times before and I really do enjoy it. So I would say those are probably two of my favorite places to visit in Poland. And no, I have not been to Majura yet. I don't know. I've been to so many other places that I just haven't made the chance. I haven't had the chance to make it up to Majora yet. So who knows? Maybe one of these days I will be able to make it there. But right now, Gdańsk and the Torun areas are my two favorite. Another person asked if I think Warsaw is safe for foreigners to live. I don't know if I can really speak on that because I haven't lived in Warsaw. From what I've experienced in Warsaw, it's just a big city. And with a big city, you get, obviously more people, you get more like modern skyscrapers, whatnot. But I don't think it would be completely unsafe to live if it's anything like how it is here in Krakow. Absolutely, it should be fine. But like I said, I haven't lived there to hear if it's safe. The people I do know who have been there and have lived for a while have said it's fine. But I also think it depends on the area of Warsaw that you live. And again, I can't really speak to that because I don't know the areas over in Warsaw super well. But I think there are neighborhoods that are pretty fine and maybe some other places you would want to avoid a little bit, but I think generally speaking the crime rate is pretty low. Okay, and the last question I am going to answer is, what is my hobby besides blogging? And I have a lot of different hobbies. I would say I love to travel. Travel is one of my and my husband's favorite things to do. We've been to 29 countries and it is just, I love it so much. We have a few more things coming up this year that I'm very excited about. So be sure to follow me on Instagram to see where else we're going to go. But I am also a really big reader. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. So I usually read between 100 to 120 books a year. It just kind of depends on what my workload is like. But I am a fast reader, yes, but I just genuinely love to read. I read the majority of genres, but I tend to gravitate more towards like thriller, rom-coms in the summer, historical fiction, fantasy, actual documentary type of books, like biographies, and yeah, pretty much everything actually. Yeah, business, self-care, yeah, like all of that kind of stuff. I read everything. So if you guys have any good recommendations, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to see what you guys are reading and what you would recommend. Other hobbies that I enjoy, I love to work out. So I love to go to the gym, I love to go on a run, I love to go to walk. Like I love being active. I'm a dietitian, so that is something that is very important to me, is health and fitness and overall wellness. So that is a big passion of mine, as well as cooking and just all of that, like cooking, grocery store shopping. I just think it's so much fun and I love that. And I also love playing with my dog. We have a pug who is 3 years old now. I can't believe he is 3, but he is the light of my life and we do everything with him. He is so cute and he's so compatible and compact and easy to travel with and do things with. So Yeah, that's also, can I say my dog's a hobby? I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying at this point. So, yeah, those are the things that I personally like to do outside of blogging and my work. So those are all the questions that you guys had. A lot of them had to do with Poland and my life. I love that you guys are so interested in what I do and, my experiences living here. Thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking around, for being a part of this little community that we have over here. It's great to have you around. And yeah, I appreciate you guys taking the time to submit your questions. But before I say goodbye, be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you want to see from me next. I have a few ideas, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.